Welcome everybody once again here at Muhanga International Cricket Stadium. Here we have the two sides, Charity Cricket Club and Muhanga Zebras. For Team Charity, we've got Bimenyimana Maridian, Kathia Wamahoro, Rajana Sonia, Ishimwe Dusabe Mungu Dian, Zabjo Sandrine, Mbabazi Mirie, Nima Micheline, Nirandorimana Pacific, Umuringa Sonia, Umutoni Wase Celine, Muzi Ranenge Fabiola, Mukamusoni Anifa. And for Team Muhanga Zebras, we've got the captain Nakuzwe Dorian, Ngabire Georgette, Rio Veronique, Anastasie, Nyonsenga Jeanette, Nzai Turiki Nadine, Shimnimana Rosette, Tuisenge Francine, Tuizere Alexia, Umutoni Liliane, Wase Nyuronghundo, Tania, Nyumukiza Giselle. Team Charity at the toss, winning the toss and electing to take on the field. It's a lovely sunny day here at Muhanga International Cricket Stadium. Game number 1 of the day. And alongside me in the commentary box will be my partner for the day, Mr. Lennon Namburo.
Good morning and welcome, Zaid Khan. Another lovely looking weekend here at Muhanga Cricket Stadium, and we are looking forward to seeing the two teams here. The two teams here, Muhanga Zebras and Charity, taking on each other. This is a decider of who is going to be playing on into the semi-finals later in the afternoon, who is going to be joining those 4 other teams in Datwa Hampshire, Sorowate Cricket Club and Muhanga Queens. So it is between these two teams. One of them is to go through. So it's very, very much important game for the two sides, having won the toss and electing to bet. Obviously, Diane Bimenyimana playing according to your strength of having to chase the total. So this is what we are looking forward to do. And in there, the two openers for Muhanga Zebras, Joshet Ingabire on the non-strikers end, and that seems to be Dorian Nakuzwe on the strikers end. The match is about to begin. Looking forward to an interesting game here. With the ball in the hand, Pacific Nyironderimana. She has got in the habit of taking wickets early on for her team. She is their go-to bowler. There is Nakuzwe Dorian. 4 matches, nothing much to talk about in terms of runs. Ball number 1 goes across the line. It misfield there. Sloppy running again from the start. That should have been an easy 2 according to what we are seeing here. But none other than the batters have got their own ways of thinking. But not a decent start there for Nyirandorimana Pacific.
Yes, on that occasion, with a sloppy bit of fielding, first up should have been an easy double, letting go of that opportunity. Over here, Team Muhanga Zebras do need to pile up a big total, because knowing the sort of performance Team Charity is capable of, a low total can be a walk in the park for them to chase down. Here we go, ball number 2. Beats the outside edge, and yes, the left-hand, right-hand combination there is good to see. Should be troubling the fielders, moving all over the place from ball to ball as the strike rotates. Soft hands, and they pick up a quick single. Lovely bit of running between the wickets there. On the money, they knew they have to rotate the strike and pick up a single straight away. Good to see. And a big swing. And she goes downtown. And will that be the first boundary of the day? Yes, it is. Excellent flow of the bat and powerfully struck down the ground by Nakuzwe Dorian, the captain, showing some signs of aggression. First up.
This is what you want to see. Lovely shot there over top. Oh, a couple of bounces to the boundary. This is the intent that you want to see from your openers. Good start here by Nakuzwe Dorian, knowing how important this game is. Again, goes for the big swing across the line. And a good dot to Pacific Nyirandorimana there.
Powerfully swept, but no run there, allowing the batter to take no run. With that, we come to the end of the first over. 6 runs on board. Brilliantly done here. A decent start by Muhanga Zebras.
Okay, there is the log standing as it stands today. The last two bottom teams with 3 games each. This is the last one, and Sorowate sitting at the top, 5 points. In that were Hampshire 4, Gahanga Queens 4. All the trios being separated by the net run rate. So it's going to be interesting after this game to see who's going to be playing each other there in the afternoon. We've got another 2 games in the afternoon. End of over number 1 there, 6 for no loss. There's ball number 1 of over number 2, and Sonia Iragenya claims a wicket. Ingabire Georgette tries to go big on that across the line, but manages to get the bottom edge onto her stumps, and she walks back to the pavilion.
As you can see by the visuals on the screen, not happy with the way she got dismissed. Just got lured into that shot, a cross-batted shot, has to depart. There you can see on the replay a flighted dolly of a delivery, goes through her legs and onto the stumps. She waited and waited, but the ball took too long to get to her bat there. First blood for Team Charity. A good start to the second over for them. And we have Rio Veronique, most experienced player out there in the middle. 38 matches, 30 innings, 600 runs to her name, 54 being her highest. That average has to... The strike rate also has to get high. Also, with this being a limited format of the game, let's see what sort of attack she brings to the game. Last time she was the difference between the two sides. What a knock that was. They played really, really well against Gahanga Queens. Here we go. There is no sort of pace coming on by Sonia. You can see flighted deliveries, the top edge, catches a call and lands safely. Veronique there, mistiming one. It was in the air for a fair amount of time, but no fielder could get to it. Survives this strike once again. Not easy playing slow deliveries here by Irajena Sonia.
A good shot to pick up that. First shot there. Just a single through the point region there, just to get off strike, get some pressure off herself, and brings onto the attack the dangerous looking Nakuzwe Dorian.
Yeah, it was a good looking shot. Went straight to the fielder and she put her body on the line there, stopping it just to her right, stretching towards the extra cover region. Two deliveries left. Sweeps it onto the leg side. Those will be valuable runs, but they pick up just a single. The initial run is very slow, not allowing them to come back for a double. We've seen the likes of Ishima Giselle and other quick players between the wickets who are very aggressive towards the first run they take. Rocks onto the back foot, but a dot delivery. With that, we come to the end of the second over. 8 runs on board, 1 wicket down. Team Muhanga Zebras.
There's the captain, Diane Bimenyimana Brut, brings herself. There you see on the screen there the lowest total on this tournament so far is 27 by the same team that is playing up today. They are currently on 8 for 1. And Sorwate versus Indatwa Hampshire. And now Muhanga Zebras are in for another interesting game here. Then the captain, like I mentioned earlier on, she brought herself into attack. She has been a little bit mischievous with the ball against the other team that she plays. Can she continue with that fate? There is a swing and a miss. That's just outside off stump. This is the area that you'd want to be bowling, especially for players like Dorian Nakuzo, who are not seeming or looking forward to be rotating strike. He's always looking for a big hit every time. But having to face bowlers with such experience as Diane Bimenyimana, you need to make sure that you come up with a clear plan.
Once again, pops in the air and catch has been taken. Easy as you like it. A very, very soft dismissal this by Bimenyimana.
Yeah, I said it earlier on, playing experienced bowlers like Diane Bimenyimana, you need to make sure that you come up with a clear plan. You don't need to go for everything. This is what Dorian Nakuzwe lacked there. You went for one shot too many, then only managing to find the bowler yourself. And that is now 8 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Yes, she's been very attacking. Have a look at that. Just a flat batted shot pops up in the air, doesn't go past the bowler. Usually we get to see Bimenyimana Meridian. We get to see some amount of swing early on with a new cherry in hand. Here we go, ball number 3. Shimwana. And wicket number 2 for Bimenyimana. 2 in 2. The golden arm of the skipper continues. Again, a cross-batted shot.
I'm not sure what the plan was there for Rosette, just walking in You've just lost a wicket the previous ball, then the first ball you're coming in goes across the line and area again. And now Bimenyimana Diane is on a hat-trick. There was no control whatsoever on that particular shot and comfortably taken by Waseselin. It square leg, and that brings wicket number 3 off. And they are currently in a bit of some trouble here, 8 for 3. And in comes another better for Muhanga Queens. Tanya comes into play. Look at the walk there, Zaidkan. You talked about the attitude. Yes, you've lost 3 wickets in quick succession, but the attitude towards the wicket now, she need to show some intent. You need to show some fighting spirit into it. It's not yet over. A couple of overs left here. You still need to fight back. You never know what kind of total you might end up in. But other than that, lovely piece of bowling from Bimenyimana. She brought herself in the attack, and all of a sudden, in that over, without conceding a run, she has managed to take 2 wickets.
There you can see Uwase Tanya, 15 matches, 12 innings, 68 runs to her name, 25 not out being her highest. But from the looks of her body language there, seems to be a walking wicket over here. 2 in 2, Bimenyimana has picked. Does she get a hat-trick? Oh, just brushes onto the thigh pad, goes down the leg.
If you look at that shot that Tanya has played there, if you remember correctly, the other game that we did together again, the same team, this is how she has bought Charity versus Gahanga Queens, 2 overs, 3 wickets, 13 runs. Now, if you remember correctly what I was saying, going back to that conversation between, especially about Muhanga, look at that shot again, second time. Remember, we talked about it the other day that a lot of these Muhanga batters don't look to play straight in front of them. They're always looking to play the leg side across the line shots. That is why you always see them being vulnerable in against bowlers like Diane Bimenyimana, who bowl straight on the stumps against other bowlers. So that is something they need to sit down and discuss about. How do we access the other areas of the field?
Very well said, Leonard, and I agree. It's always a challenge playing against a quality bowler like Bimenyimana Diane, because the amount of outswing she gets, especially against the right-handers, it's a big question she's asking towards the Muhanga Zebra batters over here, playing across the line, on most occasions missing or not timing the ball because they don't play down the ground with a straight bat, and not even in a mode of defensive, getting any fair contact on it. There you see the dugout of Muhanga Zebras. Very, very quiet at the moment. Bimenyimana's current form, 2 overs, 13 runs, 3 wickets, economy of 6.5.
Yeah, but that was a good over there from Bimenyimana. Maiden end 2 wickets in that. That brings over number 4. Is Umtoni Waseselin from the Mount End to bowl that over. Good start there from here. Lovely flighted. It's right on the money, asking questions to Veronica Irio on the striker's end. She saw the other 3 wickets falling on the other end. Lovely piece of bowling then. Good fielding there in the covers by Diane Dusave Mungu. Just a hand on that and manages to stop that ball to race away to the boundary. This is what you'd want to see. Zaidkan fielders throwing themselves down, making sure that they stop whatever run that is they can save. That is a very big piece of fielding there from here, and some good fight as a bowling team and as a fielding team.
True, and again, like I mentioned earlier, the way Team Charity is able to chase down totals right now, Team Muhanga Zebras tend to be falling into their trap of a low total. Again, playing across the line there, a much fuller delivery by Celine. And I would like to see what sort of a role does Iriho Veronique play, being the senior player of the side. The singles that she's picking up will not help as much as her guiding her partner out there in the middle to pick up those runs as well. Playing across the line straight to the fielder once again. And these dots Plenty of dots coming through the batting of Muhanga Zebras here. 5 deliveries Uwase has played, hasn't scored a single run yet. Make that 6.
Some lovely piece of bowling there from Umtonuwase. Celine always asking questions, and Tanya seems to don't have a plan whatsoever on how to play these kind of bowlers. 6 deliveries yet or not, so she needs to find a plan on how to get off strike. You mentioned it earlier on again. Irio Veronica is one of the most experienced batters in that team, so she has to play any important role, try to get on strike as much as she can, not allowing the other guys to chew up those balls, because by doing that they are also applying pressure not to themselves alone but to the team and the total. So it's going to be very, very important to see what kind of a plan is Irio Veronica going to have when she comes on strike.
Final delivery. Plays it onto the leg side. And they rotate the strike, picking up a single on the very last delivery. That means Veronique will not get to face the next over. I don't think they would mind that. It was given as a wide. So Veronique gets to play the final delivery of the over. A full length delivery and misses it completely, trying to drive that down the ground, but misses the connection. With that, we come to the end of the 4th over. Just 11 runs. Barely getting to double digits here is Muhanga Zebras, and 3 wickets down. They need to accelerate, find runs whichever way possible from henceforth. You see early spectators here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium, watching keenly and closely as these two sides take it on against each other.
11 for 3. Sorry, into the 5th over. There is another change of bowling from the road end. Sonia, tall bowler, coming into bowl. The first over of the game and the innings. Goes big and goes aerial catch is the call. And comfortably taken. First ball, she strikes. You see the bowling change from Diane Bimenyimana always brings something into the team and into her bowling and the bowlers. Lovely piece of bowling there from the young Sonia. Then first ball up, Tanya Uwase manages to go up, and that is a dot.
Tanya had a very brief say. 6 balls she played, hasn't scored a single run.
Four wickets down here, 11 runs on the board. Muhanga Zebras in some deep trouble here.
The misery continues, but now we've got Umutoni Lilian out there in the middle. Strike rate of 100. Let's wait and see. Will she be the savior for the Muhanga Zebras? Full length delivery, cross batted shot once again. Criminal at this point. How many have we seen come and bite the dust with a similar looking shot? Not fruitful in whatsoever way possible. At this point, you can clearly feel Team Charity being on top of the game, having the upper hand. Almost half of the side is back into the dugout. Half of the innings is done. Just 11 runs on board.
Misfield there, but the captain being the culprit. That should have been easy 2 runs there. The running between the wickets by Muhanga Zebras leaves a lot to be desired here. They need to do something better than that. They are not putting runs on the board. They are not getting boundaries again, not rotating strike. When they get an opportunity to push in for 2 runs, they're only settling for a single.
Definitely, from the looks of it, they're a very pedestrian run being taken, very casual, not understanding the depth and the situation of current times in the game. A false start there by the bowler as the batter tried walking down the pitch.
Yeah, she's trying to get into the youngster's head, but the youngster also knowing that, and she backs off the run up. Lovely ball there. But they managed to squeeze up a single there. And just ricocheting from the stumps there. A chance for coming big for 2, but a chance denied by the 2 batters there who are comfortably happy to take these easy singles. Anything below 50 or 60 on this wicket, on this surface, in this league, we've seen that it has been chased at ease. So they need to make sure that they pile up a bit of some runs. If you are not getting boundaries, you've got to be making sure that you're running 2s, you're running 3s, again, taking a lot of quick singles in. They don't need to concede a lot of dot balls in that over. Good shot there on the legs, and that races away all the way to the boundary. A much-needed boundary that Muhanga Queens was looking forward to. Straying off the line down on the legs there by Umuringa Sonia. Manages to give Umtoni Lillian the boundary, then she's off the mark.
Finally, a cross-batted shot connects, takes some willow on it, and down the leg side, off she goes for a boundary. Much needed runs this for Team Muhanga Zebras if they're to put up a formidable score here in this game. Just missing the line this time around, Sonia. Outside off stump and beats the bat once again. She's got only one sort of shot to offer in her arsenal. With that, we come to the end of the 5th over. 17 runs on board, 4 wickets down. This Team Muhanga Zebras.
Seventeen runs there, 4 wickets down into the 6th over. Is Umtoni Wasekelaris continued. Bowled a good previous over on that end. Now the captain trusted here again to bowl it 2 overs. You have been asking for Veronica to be on strike there. She is on strike there, Zaid Khan.
Big swing and a miss and a wide it is. There's extras. Should be kept in control by Team Charity. They're not giving away many runs with the bat. So the extras shouldn't come in that way. A flighted delivery. Picking up a single, chance of a run out and put down. But again, it's been very casual by Veronique Leonard. You can see the intent of not ever coming back for a double. It's always a single and she never looks back, which is criminal when it comes to the shorter format of the game. You've always got to keep yourself within the activity. Always look for an opportunity to pile in extra runs. Those extra efforts are the difference in a game.
A lot of adjustment there, protecting the boundary. They don't want to concede a lot of runs there. They know exactly how important it is. There she goes across the line. This is the shot that I've been mentioning earlier on. Each time Muhanga Zebras plays, all of their betters never seem to like to be playing straight in front of them, attacking mid-on, mid-off covers. They're always looking to go that deep square leg region each and every time, and by doing so, they end up missing a lot of balls here. And if you look at it now, the area that she's trying also to access has got people that are protecting that. So it's quite funny. But we can always say that when you're sitting here, but the betters and the team have got their own different plan, understanding their strength as well. There she goes again. Same shot, same results, no runs at all.
It's just the lack of awareness. If you to see the shots she's offered so far, trying to go on the leg side, it's heavily packed, I must say, including the captain herself, the game changer, Bebish, Dusabe Mungu, out there also in the middle, jersey number 11. And again, it's a cat and mouse sort of game going on at the moment. An extra being offered by Mutoni. Celine there, just losing her line ever so rarely. That's the second extra of the over. And again, as a senior batter out there in the middle, does Veronique have a few words with her partner and advise her to go and open up the offside? Of course, there's always two parts of the field. One is heavily packed, one is vacant. Have a look at that. Oh, the keeper misses out on the opportunity. Do they pick up 2 runs here? No. Very, very slow running this by Iriho Veronique. And a wide it is. So that will be 2 runs for Team Muhanga Zebras.
Again, good shot there for 1. These ones at this particular time, Zaidkan, I don't think can be enough for Muhanga Zebras to put a challenging total to Charity here.
Any fan of Muhanga Zebra out there would be screaming on top of their lungs to get themselves some boundaries here. Yes, it is a form of entertainment, but also useful for them to pile up the runs and keep the scoreboard ticking. Into the 20s they are, Muhanga Zebras right now. Final delivery of the over, of the 6th over coming in. After this, they've got to go hard. Oh, beaten this time around. Again, it's because that shot selection, always trying to go onto the leg side. Not even a dab onto the offside would have been fruitful to them. You can see the side really low.
Into the last 4 overs of the first inning, 23 for the loss of 4 wickets. Muhanga Zebras with the bet. Diane Bimenyimana winning the toss and deciding to have a ball first, and she found herself and the team claiming those 4 wickets inside 6 overs.
A full end delivery driven down the ground, and a single picked up by Veronique. First up, have a look at the strike rate here, Leonard. 11 balls she's played and scored 6 runs. The strike rate is not up to mark.
I think someone just need to whisper into your ears that it's a T10. Maybe if she wants to join to play this kind of game with that strike rate. Should have been playing with New Zealand versus South Africa or India versus Australia test, whatever. With those figures, I think those would be good figures for that version. But for this particular one, those are not pleasing at all. Goes across the line and again, another 4 in that same region. I don't know why now Diane Bimenyimana, knowing Umuringa Sonia is struggling to get the ball there to the left, they don't have a deep fine leg there. And she has done it twice. Look at that. Twice in that region, on the legs. Again, with how powerful these guys are on the legs, you need to have protection in that particular region.
And also, what really astonishes me is that the previous over she had the entire leg side packed, and the following over is the same batter out there in the middle. Why don't you follow it up with the same sort of field arrangement? Again, trying to go for that. She's got one shot in her arsenal. Whichever way these runs keep coming, Muhanga Zebras wouldn't mind. In a flash now, they're at the brink of the 30 mark. 29 runs, 4 wickets down into the 7th over. Projected score showing 46 on the board. They wouldn't mind touching that 50 mark. And again, swing and a miss, beaten by pace this time. No contact whatsoever. It's blindly swinging at the moment is Umutoni Lilian. She's on 9 of 10 deliveries. Much, much better, I would say, than Iriho Veronique, who's been there from ball number 1. How much longer does it take you to settle in? Especially when you're playing just 10 overs. Swing and a miss. And that's the end of Umutoni Lilian. The furniture has been disrupted. Goes through her. Castled.
And again, Zaidkan, playing shows like that, you won't survive for long periods of time, especially if you get bowlers who comes with this option of bowling straight, attacking those stumps, attacking that off stump. You won't survive for longer than this. Is how Charity and Umuringa Sonia have managed to be smart. They look at that straighter on to the middle and off stump there. Plays across the line looking for that square leg, fine leg region shot. But playing shots like that to balls like that, these are the results. Another wicket is 4 down, 5 wickets, 29 runs into the 7th over. I might say if Muhanga Zebras passes 50, they would have batted a bit more better, because I don't see them getting anywhere closer to that in as much as the projected total is talking about. But the way they are playing, the way they are applying themselves and the execution of shots, I don't see them getting anywhere closer to that. That's a lovely piece of bowling there, but no ball code. That should have been overstepping the line. Umpire Nicole calling for that no ball, free hit it is. And there is a little meeting there between the two batters. Irio Veronica goes in, maybe just to remind her fellow batter that it's a free hit. This is the one that you need to take on.
This is the first no ball of the game. Free hit it is. Will they be able to capitalize on this opportunity? To his area, Alexia, 57 being her highest score. Let's wait and see what she's capable of. Full length delivery and beaten by pace, I must say. The visuals on camera do not do justice to the pace she's offering at the moment. The batter, looked in no frame possible to connect that one. By the time the bat came down, the ball was already in the keeper's glove. Once again, gets some shoulder delicately played there and rotating the strike. With that, we come to the end of the 7th over. The strike and Veronique playing cat and mouse here. Every final delivery of the over, she ends to find herself on the off-strike position. There we have the scoreboard. Single digits only. Letting you know, with 8 extras being offered here by Team Charity, but still being on top of Muhanga Zebras here.
7 overs done here. 31 for the loss of 5. How many more runs can they add on to that total? It's only 18 deliveries to find that out.
And a floated delivery that just gets some bat onto it, rotating the strike. Both sides not quite understanding the pace of the game at the moment, making it really, really slow.
Definitely that pace you expect, especially on such crucial games like this. Obviously, everyone needs to make sure that they don't make those little errors, so they would be taking their time. You have to make sure that if you are a fielding team, you've got all the fielders in the right places. If you're a better again, you've got enough time to look for the gaps, come up with your plan, try to implement your plan as you go with your betting. Lovely piece of bowling there, but given as a wide, they're a bit too harsh there, I might say, from where we are sitting here.
If we were to see that on the replay, we'll get to know. Makes room onto the leg side, but not into the gap. Goes straight to the fielder in the deep. Manages to rotate the strike. Boundaries. Must be craving boundaries here. Iriho Veronique to Zera Alexia on 2 or 4 deliveries here. Let's wait and see what sort of attack she brings to this over. Flighted delivery once again. Hit onto the leg side, straight into the hands of the fielder. Chance of a run out, and has been fumbled by the keeper. Iriho Veronique looked nowhere close to the crease there. It's as though they did not want to take a wicket there. A sharp throw by the fielder at cover.
I think it's just the error of the keeper. The throw was well thrown, good fielding there, bad calling, but the keeper couldn't hold on to that and effect that run out. There she goes again for that shot. Still sloppy fielding there from the fielder at deep square leg, but the ball does not have enough feet to reach the boundary. I wanted to say earlier on, she has played this shot twice. If you are to compare batters now in the period where they are now, if you are to talk about someone like Belize Murekatete, someone like Giselle Ishimwe, Henriette Ishimwe, balls like this, these are the balls that they would get to the boundary. So this is where the difference is now in terms of the betting, in terms of how to understand which balls to punish to the boundary when you're not getting in boundaries. When you're offered balls like that, you need to make sure that you capitalize. I think, to me, he has missed 6 runs so far in those 2 deliveries.
Yes, and if you to pay close attention to the numbers here, we're into the 8th over and she has faced just 13 deliveries. That means out of 8 overs, she has faced 2 overs by herself. And she hasn't reached to double digits in a T10 format. If that does not scream low performance, I don't know what else can. Not coming back. And finally, this time putting in some effort and coming back for a double. With that, we come to the end of the 8th over. 39 runs on board for the loss of 5. Iriho into double digits. At last, 2 overs remaining here. Projected score showing 49. If they manage to go above 50, it would be an interesting game to watch here at Gahanga.
There is Bimenyimana Dian comes back into the attack to bowl a last over into the over number 9 here, 39 for the loss of 5 wickets. I've talked about getting 50 will be good enough for them as Muhanga Zebras. How much more can they get now in the last 12 balls of the game with Dian Bimenyimana with the bowling hand, taking 2 wickets, maiden over, the first over she bowled. So you need to make sure that you should be smart and come up with a clear plan on how to play that bowling. Lovely outside edge, run out chance there, but still the throw was not accurate enough for that to happen. Veronica Irio survives yet another run out. These two have played each other for a very long time, Veronica Irio and Dihan Bimenyimana. 2019 going backwards in the national side, so I might say they know each other a bit more. But Diane, now being the current national team captain, obviously there is something that she now knows in terms of playing than what Veronica knows. No, so this is where we are going to see who's going to be the better between the two. Fielding there, 8 point. But still, the ball does not have enough legs to reach the boundary there. 2 runs credited to Irio Veronique. And Diane Bimenyimana can look at the gestures. Hey, she's not happy about that. Yes, why not? The fielder should have done a bit more better there in terms of fielding.
Oh, the skipper's not happy. And definitely with the sort of fielding happening by her side, that should have been a dotted delivery, ended up giving 2 runs. And from the looks of it, also Rio Veronique not timing the ball well. Yes, the slopey bit of fielding was there, but the ball couldn't reach the boundary ropes. That means there is not enough power behind that shot. And the outfield is quite quick here at Gahanga this morning.
It's just that ability to Zaid Garden to pick the bad balls and punish them. Tries to go big, and she could misfield there at mid-off. Katia Omahoro could not hold on to that ball, and managing again to allow Veronica Rio, and still the captain not happy with that kind of fielding. This is something that we have seen throughout the tournament. Omahoro Katia in at mid-off. The fielding there is always a bit sloppy. No gathering of the ball at once. A couple of fumbles there. But being a senior in the team, those are the chances that you need to make sure that you take, show your seniority, show your experience, especially at this level.
Bowls it down the leg, and you can see the frustration continues affecting her bowling here. Bowling the first extra of the over. Sometimes you've just got to keep cool and let the bygones be bygones and focus on the upcoming delivery. Back on the money is Bimenyimana Dian coming back with a full length Yorker into the block hole, not allowing them to pick up any run. Final delivery, here we go. Swing and a miss, and another wicket bites the dust playing across the line of the delivery. Yet another wicket for Bimenyimana Dian, the skipper of Team Charity Cricket Club. Another victim, another culprit. Alexia has to depart. A sight we've got so used to see. Have a look at that, Leonard.
Yeah, same shot again, all day long, playing across the line. To Alexia, we need to ask if he is related any how to Bosco. To we have to ask maybe his runs in the blood. We've also got Adeline Tuizere as well in the setup. Rwanda Cricket Association brings that, so we have to ask to see if they've got some sort of a blood there. But that goes wicket number 6 of 44 for the loss of 6 into the last over of the innings. How many more runs they add there? They need 6 runs to get to that 50 that I've been talking about. That at least they would have put in sort of a decent competitive total for them to bowl it. But for Charity, I think that one is not going to be hard for them to chase. Last week we saw them chasing 67 against Gahanga Queens and managing to win that game via the DLA. Another quick single there. Run out chance. Not out, says umpire Nicole. There, but still, Veronica Irio, you talked about her being the experience better in the team. Obviously, she is the experience and also being the coach of that team. She understands the situation. But look at it now, 18 deliveries, 14 runs, but she's still managing to push in those singles instead of her trying to be on strike, try to get those boundaries on and make sure that they put a decent total. So the awareness of the situation now is what she is lacking at this particular time.
Yeah, I feel like Irio Veronique is just throwing her partner under the bus here. The newcomer to the pitch, no idea how the ball is coming, and with just 5 deliveries left in the innings here, it's a big ask. There you see, desperately running in hard now when she should have done this a couple of overs ago. The score would have reached a marginal 60. I'd love to see that replay of that run-out decision. And a wicket that happened. Have a look at that once again. Loud appeal, and the finger has been raised. Exactly what I was talking about. Irio Veronique exposing the newcomers to the pitch out there in the middle, yet losing a wicket, and a wicket is a dotted delivery. Nadine coming out in the middle, 15 matches, 12 innings, 174 to her name, 46 being her highest. I wonder which team did she score those 46 against? And in no time, 7 wickets have gone down, 45 runs being scored. Again, trying to scramble along for a single, but nowhere to go. The fielders are getting on top of their toes as we're closing in to the final deliveries of the final over. And flicked, catch, and catch has been put down. Once again, the struggles continue. Butterfingers by Kathia Wamahoro puts it down. Should have been a very, very simple catch that. She made it look difficult. And again, an effort made by the fielder to her right, but goes past her, managing to pick up a single. One thing Irio Veronique has done well throughout this innings is keeping herself away from taking strike. Just brushing along the pads there. Come to the end of the first innings. 47 runs on board for the loss of 7 wickets here. Then we have the scorecard. Irio Veronique carrying her bat with 16 runs off 20 deliveries, with 10 extras coming off Team Charity. Do stay tuned. We will be joining you shortly for the run chase.
Right, welcome back to the second innings. 48 runs needed to be defended in 10 overs. And they need 49 runs to win this game. 48 runs need to be chased here to win this game for Charity, and Muhanga Zebras need to defend that. The two openers there, the captain Dian Bimenyimana and Katia Omahoro, are the two batters that are in there. And with the ball in the hand, Nadine Zaituriki from the road end. "64 matches, 44 the highest there for Dian Bimenyimana. First ball comes in off the outside edge. Straight fielding it. Short third man. A good start there from Zaituriki Nadine. Bowling to two most experienced players in the country. Again, that is a lot of task to ask for. But this is why these leagues are there, to get that exposure and experience, get that thinking in your mind as a bowler.
Again, a full end delivery dealt with maturity here by Dian Bimenyimana. Negotiates it just down the ground. And again, it'll be interesting to see what sort of approach Katia Omahoro will have here, because she's been in a good nick with the bat. She's been striking the ball hard. After a long time, we've seen her get back into good form. A slower delivery and delicately played onto the leg side. First runs on board for Team Charity. The captain just rotating the strike, plays it around the corner for a single.
This should be an easy chase for Charity here, especially with those two batters at the crease. They have been in this situation a lot of times, so they know how to handle this situation. So knowing how important this match is, again, in terms of who deciding who's going to be joining the other three teams into the semi-finals. So they possess that experience. So we are just yet to find out now as they are in there chasing 48 runs to win.
And again, for Team Muhanga Zebras, they'd like to pick up an early wicket here if they're to bounce back into the game and defend this low total that they've put up. Not having enough runs in the bag, they cannot afford giving away too many extras. They'll have to keep tight lines and not allow Katia Omahoro and Bimenyimana Dian to open up and free their arms. Extras. These are the sort of deliveries that I was indicating. They cannot afford gifting away such free runs with a low total in hand. Zaituri has given away 2 runs so far. 1 extra and 1 off the bat. A slow start by Team Charity, I must say. In the air, and a catch has been taken. Would you believe it? And the misery continues for Katia Omahoro. Second delivery, and she pops one in the air, comfortably taken by the fielder at covers. Disappointment for Katia Omahoro.
Goes out for not. Golden duck it is. Look at that. There is Nadine. Look at that shape inside there, Zaid Khan. Katia tries to play on the up with no control whatsoever, managing to find Rosette. Ushimana end in the covers. Good catch there taken. That brings in Sonia Irajenya to the crease. Charity are on 2 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Irajana Sonia out in the middle, 9 matches, 5 innings, 7 runs, not much to be talked about, and finding herself in a tight situation, a tight welcome, I must say. And again, Muhanga Zebras, yes, they've put up a low total, but their bowling is much better than their batting. So it'll be very interesting to see what sort of an approach Charity have to fight back. Oh, beating the outside edge. Beautiful looking delivery that. It's all happening out there in the middle. We come to the end of the first over. 2 runs on board. 1 wicket down is Team Charity.
Yeah, it is. I said this should be an easy chase. Maybe I spoke too early, but the game is still on. So the most interesting thing now is the bowler's rotation by the Muhanga Zebras captain here now. Having someone like Diane Bimenyimena, the captain herself, she knows the amount of responsibility she carries on her shoulders. She has done that again. We saw her last week being there all the way to the end until they win the game. So he needs to play a similar inning or better than that, especially in that most important game of this RCA Davabet T10 league. Now she needs to make sure that she rotates strike. She needs to make sure that she gets those boundaries on, get a partnership going on with Sonia Irajena here. She has got also an important role to play supporting a captain there. There he comes with the ball in the hand, Veronica Irio from the Mount End.
Experience versus experience. Starts off with a wide delivery down the leg. 3 runs this. She's got to keep it tight. Let's wait and see. Does experience come in handy? And knocks her over. Tries to play it down the leg. And have a look at that celebration. They know what it means. The skipper has to depart. Diane Bimenyimana has to take that long walk back into the dugout. Misses it completely. Knocks off the leg stump. Iriho Veronique wins that battle out there in the middle. Oh, what a game we have on hand here. Have a look at that.
Yeah, the shot was there, but it's just the execution again, playing a bit too early there and exposing that leg stump on. Smart bowling there from Irigo Veronica, and the ball didn't turn that much as Diane expected, but she finds herself walking back. Charity find themselves at 3 runs for 2 wickets. In comes Neymar, Micheline. These two, Neymar and Sonia, have got a big task to do here if they want to see themselves playing in the semi-final this afternoon.
38 matches, 26 innings, 195 runs to her name, 29 being the highest. Oh, what a situation she's found herself in. 3 runs on board for the loss of 2 wickets in just the second over here. The Muhanga Zebras are on a hunt here. Iriho Veronique just picking up a wicket. Flighted delivery, keeps it on the ground. They rotate the strike. That should be just a single. You can see the fielding also being very electric and very uptight by Team Muhanga Zebras here. It's not going to be an easy task for Irajana Sonia and Nima Micheline. And all of a sudden, what seemed to have been a low score is now very possible to defend. Another wicket over here can spicen up the game. Beats the outside edge once again. Big questions Iriho Veronique is asking Team Charity.
If Charity goes on to lose this game, it's themselves to blame there. Lovely shot there from Irajena Sonia. Can they push it out for 2? That should be an easy 2 runs there. Yes, 2 runs taken. comfortably. This is what they need to keep on doing all the way forward until the last 5 overs, getting these twos in. That should be the difference between the two sides, because Muhanga was not running these twos quickly. So Neymar and Sonia need to make sure that they capitalize on that, because if they are not able to do that, they are going to see themselves not getting those 42 runs needed in 50 deliveries. Dropped short up in area. Catches the call, but the fielder misjudged that. Single again taken. But the intent there from Sonia is quite fine with me. It's just the placement and the 100% execution of shots. This is what they need to show. They need to show that intent. It's not like you've got another game that is coming in after this one. You need to make sure you go for it and get the results on your side.
Yes, definitely. You've got to battle it out, and on that occasion, the fielder just a few yards away from that goes over the infield once again, just teasing the fielders within the circle there, a few yards above their head. With that, we come to the end of the second over. 8 runs on board, 2 wickets down. Team Charity continue. The moment they're playing lofted shots here, chances of catches being available. Come to the end of the power play here. 40 runs in 48 deliveries. Team Muhanga Zebra needs dotted deliveries and wickets desperately here. You've already gotten a grasp onto the opposition side early on. You need to sustain and keep it to add immense pressure along the way.
Over number 3 comes in Georgette Ingabire from the road end. Drops it short. Well played by Neymar Michelin. 2 is a call from the dugout, but right there in the middle, they've managed to push in for 2. Run out chance, run out miss there. The fielding there, you've been talking about the energy in the field, but when it comes to crucial moments, they are not found doing the right things there. That should have been another wicket coming down there. That is a chance missed. Hopefully, it's not going to be a chance they will regret at the end of this game.
Yes, definitely. And you can see also the keeper being very slopey. The only person in the fielding side allowed to use gloves and pads, not finding a way to stop the ball, is not acceptable at this point. A clear opportunity of a wicket there. I must say, desperate but brave running between the wickets by Team Charity. Catch! And catch has been taken. Straight into the hands of the point fielder. Didn't have to move a muscle. Would you believe it?
Neymar Michelin goes out for 4 runs of 3 deliveries. Playing too many shots there. You will pay the price. She survived 2 run-out chances. Then the third one, Ariel. Then she goes there. Georgette Ingabire dropping it short and wide. The shot was there. Like I said, the execution and placement now is what is lagged there from that particular shot. And give credit also to the field at point. That is a lovely catch. Not easy to take on the jump, I must say. So Muhanga Zebras are in for a fight here. They are not just going to leave that all the way to the end. Yes, they know Charity is a big team here, but they need to fight. We've seen them also winning against Sorowate in this particular tournament. So they are capable enough of upsetting these big teams here. So it's up to Charity, like I said earlier on. If they go on to lose this game, it's themselves to blame, no one else. Then comes who they call the game changer for their team. She has won a couple of games for them with the ball, with the fielding and the bat. Now she comes in when a team is on 10 for 3. Bebish Dihan Dusavi Mungu at the crease, joining Sonia Irajena.
Yes, Leonard. Something about these debutants into the first division. They're here to let the bigger teams know we're here for a reason and we're here to stay. As you can see, they're battling and they're fighting hard. They've got to bite to their side. They always fight hard. It's very good cricketing spirit. Fuller delivery, tries to flick it onto the leg side. Chance of a run out. And a direct hit. The shake of the head there by the umpire. Very, very interesting decision this. Only one stick to aim at, and she got it bullseye right at the bottom. Every fielding coach would be proud and happy to see that. I'd love to see that on replay once again.
Lovely piece of fielding there. I'm telling you, the energies are up there. Sonia Irajena survives that. But that is the kind of energy in the fielding that you'd want from your fielders. Again, showing the batters that they are into the game. They know how important this game is between these two sides here. So if you get a chance, you make sure that you grab that.
Keeping it tight once again. Let's have a look at that decision. Played it around the corner. Did she make it in time? She was in just there. Very, very good decision that by the leg side umpire. Inside edge there. Animated appeal goes down in vain. But you can almost taste how spicy this game is getting. Every delivery from here on. And also Team Charity understanding every single delivery that goes by. The runs required. 37 runs in 43 balls. Again, a fumble there by the keeper. The keeper giving away too many runs.
The keeper being found guilty a couple of times there. You don't want that to happen. It's going to be a tight game here, Zaid Khan. I'm telling you, an interesting game. 35 runs needed here to win this game for Charity of 43 deliveries. Much in their hands. Again, it's just how they are going to go about that is what is going to be the difference. End of over number 3, 13 for the loss of 3.
Very adequately, the game changer, as we know her, plays the ball down the ground for yet another dotted delivery. 13 runs coming off 3 overs and 3 wickets. Lots of threes. Lots of trios out there. The keeper has been found guilty. Maybe he needs to apply some sort of glue in the gloves. Slippery gloves she's got on. Last wicket, Nima Michelin, 404. Got by Tuisenge Francine. Ball by Ingabire Georgette. Beautiful catch that was. It was travelling. And she timed the jump and the catch comfortably to dismiss yet another batter.
Bowling change here. Left arm spin coming from the mount end. Antanasia comes into bowl. Left arm spin. Interesting now, the ball coming into the pads of Sonia. Sonia goes big and aerial, catches the call and catch dropped at mid-off there. You don't want to be dropping these chances here. Muhanga Zebras, if you want to win this game. But like I said earlier on, the intent from Sonia Irajena is what I would love to see more happening. She's just, if she manages to find those gaps, I'm telling you, she's going to be a better to watch for Charity.
Yes, and also the fielders here need to be on top of their toes. That was a clear catch. If she had taken a few steps moving in with the bowler, that would have been a waist-height catch to be taken. But late reaction, slow reaction. Bit of a confusion out there in the middle. The keeper in no good position. No communication with the fielders, not even having an idea where the ball really is.
Dots and dots and dots keep on piling here. You can feel the pressure from everyone in the Cherry dugout. Again, she needs to find a way to get off strike there, Dihan to Sabi Mungu, and get some runs on. Now, this is what she needs to be doing all day long. Rotate strike as much as you can, play to your strength. If she manages to do that, they can get to that 38 runs. She has got the experience that is needed. So she needs to make sure that she uses that if she wants to see herself in the team playing in the semi-final later on in the afternoon. 33 of 38 balls. A tight game it is. We've got in our hands.
Oh, lovely, lovely delivery that by the youngster. Asking big questions to Rajana Sonia and Ishimudian. And you can see the gap between runs required. Lofted shot in the air, lands short of the fielder, but will be restricted to just a single. Didn't travel very long. We come to the end of the fourth over. 16 runs on board, 3 wickets down. 32 balls, 36 balls, 33 runs required now. The difference is getting shortened each and every over that goes by. Have a look at that graph there. Both lines, the blue line slightly getting above the yellow line into the third over there. Very, very tight competition this is. You can barely see the margins between each side. Shimwedian, Rajana Sonia. Sonia striking the ball well, but not into the gaps and not hard enough to reach the boundary ropes. It's been a long time since we've been entertained with a boundary here, Leonard. And the clouds have come on. Plays it onto the leg side. Oh! Bit of a rough patch there in the field. Not getting a good connection.
That ball seems to have hit a head. So the usual protocols there, the physio has to go in there. And this is also a chance for the two teams to regroup, come up with strategies how to chase 31 runs and how to defend it. In that, as the physio walks in there. Tight game we have in our hands here, 31 of 35 deliveries here. It's going to go to the wire. A couple of both boundaries here and there, we'll see Charity claiming victory here. A couple of dots and wickets, we'll see Muhanga Zebras claiming victory as well. It's not one-sided. It's a good game, interesting one.
And it only gets more interesting if we're to see how that difference of bowls and runs required comes really close. As we see the table here, Indatwa Hampshire winning by 10 wickets against Sorwate Women's. Charity winning by 8 wickets against Gahanga Queens. Indatwa Hampshire again 2 to 3 games being interrupted here and abandoned by rain. Sorwate Muhanga Zebras won by 6 wickets. That was a massive, massive game. And what an upset that was against Sorwate Women's. Indatwa Hampshire winning by 46 runs against Muhanga Zebras. Sorwate winning by 8 wickets against Charity. That shortened game, that was just 5 overs. Gahanga Queens winning by 10 wickets against Muhanga Zebras. most boundaries. We've got Giselle Ishimwe with 8 boundaries to her name. And Giselle Ishimwe once again being at the top with 2 maximums. 3 maximums in total. 1 by Belize Morekatete and 2 by Giselle Ishimwe. Being a table topper in this competition of Dafabet RCA T10. Power hitting at its best. Ishimwe Diane on 2 of 5 deliveries. Rajan and Sonia on 6 of 10 respectively. Second delivery here of the 5th over. In swinging delivery, loud appeal, and the finger has been raised. Another wicket goes down for Team Charity. A sharp in swinging delivery that didn't look in competition, and Ishimwe Dian, the game changer, without changing anything much, has to take a walk back into the dugout.
I have a feeling that someone is getting too personal here with the game changer. Look at that ball there. Lovely. That movement inside. Lovely. Spot on there. Umpire Angeline Nicole. Lovely piece of bowling from Zaituriki Dorian. I like the way she jigs that ball onto the pads of the bowlers. Again, pitching outside off stump, but the way it shapes in by a lot of a big margin here. And Charity find themselves losing another 4th wicket. 17 for 4. Diane Tusabimungu walks back to the pavilion into the 5th over, 31 of 34 deliveries. Still game on here. Sonia Iragena is still there after facing 10 deliveries. She has managed to score 10 runs. She has got the intent of wanting to score runs quickly. She hangs around a bit longer. I'm seeing here winning the game for Charity. Now in comes Umzira Nenje Fabiola to bet.
And this is exactly why everybody should be tuning in to Dafobet RCA T10. The sort of entertainment and excitement each and every delivery brings to the screens here. You can see that wicket that happened to Sabimungu had to depart. No footwork whatsoever. Her feet were frozen in the instant there. And hitting hard into the pads. Easiest of decisions to be made by the on-field umpire. Hit onto the leg side, but not picking up any runs. Not trying to do anything silly. A desperate attempt to pick up some runs there. Flat batted that into the ground hard, but not into the gap. And you can see that difference getting closer and closer. Now it's 31 in 33 balls. Plays it down the leg side. Chance of a run out. And a direct hit. Hits the top of the stumps there, the keeper. Had the batter made it in time. She had to swivel, turn around, pick it up, aim at the target's stumps and hit the stumps. She did, but just a fraction slower than she should have. Coming in for the final 2 deliveries here. 30 runs now in 32 balls. Now we've got Fabiola on strike. We've got Irajena Sonia back on strike. She's on 6 runs off 10 deliveries. Can she be the difference between the two sides? And a full toss there. Again, very sneakily do they pick up yet another single.
Good awareness there between the wickets by the two. Since they've joined each other here for that short period, you can see the intent in terms of running is moved up. This is what you want to see early on. But Zaituriki Durian looks to be threatening every ball she bowls. Up in area, good shot there into the gap. Races all the way to the boundary. Not enough again. Can they get in 3 runs there? Yes, it is. They managed to get 3 runs. Good running between the wickets there from Fabiola and Sonia Irajena. I talked about them. That short period of time, you can see the intent in terms of running. What Charity has legged up early on up front. Still, this is where the game is going to be now on these two.
Yes, clearly you can see there. Beautiful looking shot. It didn't reach the boundary ropes there. We're done with 5 overs here. 22 runs on board. 4 wickets down is Team Charity. But the understanding between the two batters out there in the middle, very, very quick between the wickets. We saw a similar sort of partnership earlier on between Neema Michelin and Sonia. The good runners between the wickets, but can they keep their cool? Can they play the ball in safe areas and get those remaining 26 runs here? Now 26 of 30. You can see everybody watching the game keenly here, closely, under the shade. A crowd building up here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium in Kigali, Rwanda, land of 1,000 hills. The experience of Irio Veronique back into the attack from the mountain. Gets away with that chance of a run out and a direct hit. And the finger has been raised. Excellent throw. Excellent effort. Fabiola has to depart. Fabiola has to depart. The dive goes in vain. It was a quick run, but even a quicker throw. Far, far away from the popping crease there. Hitting the bullseye there. Excellent effort by the fielder. Acquiring yet another wicket, and now half of the side back into the dugout for just 22 runs. What a game do we have on hand here, Leonard? What a game.
26 of 30. Lovely piece of fielding. 4 attempts, all of them being directed. He's the 5th one that manages to claim the wicket, the most important one. Umzida Nyenje looks to be dangerous the moment she walks in there, but run out is the one dismissal that undone here. The equation still goes down again, 26 of 29. Still game on here with Irajena still in there, 7 of 11, 7 of 12. Enticing it to come forward. There, the keeper again also being untidy every time the ball goes into the hand. Not good signs for the wicket keeper there. But these games, they bring pressure there. Zaid Khan, lovely piece of bowling again as well from Veronica Irio with the experience. A couple of deliveries left in this over. Drop short catch is a call. Run out chance. Not out, says the umpire Damasin.
Excellent fielding that by the fielder. And again, the fielders have to work a bit extra because they know they're not getting much of an assistance by their wicket keeper. So they're taking their wicket keeper out of the equation and going for the bullseye straight away. The wicket keeper with butter gloves out there in the middle. Everything slopey so far. Lots of work yet to be done. Oh, and an opportunity and a run out it will be. The finger has been raised. Finally, the wicketkeeper comes in handy. And a complete mix-up out there in the middle. First, an opportunity of a catch. A bullet that was coming her way. She put down. Couldn't get comfortable hands to it, but instantly throws it back for a run out. What a wicket. Irajena Sonia has to leave. The main difference between the side. I beg your pardon. That is Celine who's got to depart. Sonia still out there in the middle. A complete mix-up. You can see the celebration by the Muhanga Zebras. Charity getting into shallow waters, murky waters here. Getting a grip on them are the Muhanga Zebras. 22 for 6 now. Loud appeal and another wicket. Iriho Veronique picks up the 3rd wicket of the over. What a way to come back into the game. Experience at its peak. Have a look at that. Celebrations by Team Muhanga Zebras. What a way are they fighting back. And now Izabayu Sandrine, a golden duck. She's got to go back. She's got to go back. It's clean as a whistle. Easiest of decisions to be taken by the on-field umpire. Now jersey number 27, Kareen, out there in the middle. Seven wickets down in no time, just 6 overs gone. 3 wickets. What an over that was for Iriho Veronique. 3 wickets and 3 dot balls. An excellent game-changing over, I must say.
I think I spoke too early before this game started. I said this was going to be an easy chase for Charity, considering the amount of experience of batters that they've got in their team. But the odds proved me the other way. Now it seems like Muhanga are gonna, looking forward, are in a position to taking this one. 26 runs needed off 24 here. 7 wickets in the bag. We are into the tail now. In comes to ball. Another bowling change from the road end. If you can look at those Manhattan there. Early on, inside 5-6 overs, they were moving around at about the same rate here now. But now the other ones now here from here, Muhanga Zebra seems to be up on top in terms of wickets taking.
You could see from that table, over number 4 and 5. They get a single comfortably this time around. Excellent running between the wickets. It is getting tighter. And again, the effort by the fielding side. Muhanga Zebras showing how strong they can be when it comes into their bowling innings. If they had managed to put up about 10, 15 extra runs here. And again, goes through the keeper. The keeper over here not having the best of days. Everything going through her. She needs to understand they do not have a big total. Lots and lots of work yet to be done by the keeper. And wide there has been indicated by Ange Jehozo, on-field umpire, the ladies umpire in a ladies game. Current run rate of 4.2. Required is 5.2. 22 runs, 23 balls here. 5.7 there is a required run rate. It'll be interesting to see the sort of running between wickets between Irajana Sonia and the newcomer Muhanga. Swing and a miss. A full toss goes past in vain. Survives that one. But not looking settled. Muhanga there not looking settled. Powerfully struck down the ground, but lovely effort putting her body on the line for her team. Restricting Charity for just a single. We've just got informed we've got two Sonias out there in the middle. Girls from the eastern province, from the province of Romagana. And the singles are coming in once again, releasing some of that pressure by the recent wickets that have gone by.
The game is too even here. They need to keep on doing that, get as many runs as they can, keep getting closer to those bows and runs. Another foot toss given is a no ball. Free hit comes in. It's a free hit given. So this is a chance now. They need to capitalize on this. Get a boundary off this delivery here. Muhanga Jeanette seems to be troubling in terms of your run-up and your bowling there. The experience is what is needed here for Muhanga Zebras if they want to win this. But Charity seems to be a bit now in control. 18 of 20 deliveries. This is where you want to be every time. Free hit missed straight to the fielder in the covers. I feel like that ball should have gone outside the ground. A single delivery left in this over for Muhanga Jeanette. Can this be the turning over for both teams? They get a boundary here in this over. They are right back on track. Charity. Muhanga gets a wicket here. They still maintain their control. Lovely shot there. Well played. Good run between the wickets again to retain strike in the next over. 7 overs gone. 31 for 7.
Good over this, I must say, for Team Charity. Getting some runs on board. Releasing that forceful pressure and positive intent. 9 runs coming off that over. Positive intent by the batters. If they are to chase down this run chase, this is the sort of approach they will require. You see some of the spectators from the men's side as well coming to watch the women's competition, basking underneath the Gahanga sunshine. Very nonchalantly played there by Sonia Omoringa. 31 runs on board after 7 overs. We're into the 8th over here. 7 wickets down. That is something that can concern the Charity side. The ball in the air and misses a direct hit. The batter was nowhere near the popping crease. If she had hit it the stumps directly there, Charity would have been all sorts of trouble. Plays it to the fielder. Not given there by the umpire. And dive comes in handy there. Stretch of the bat. Very risky runs this. Very, very risky. With just 3 wickets in hand.
Yeah, they need those runs. Look, this game is closer here, so they need to make sure that each time they get a chance to get a single, they have to squeeze in that. Now, tight game we've got in our hands here. Muhanga Zebras and Charity. 15 or 14 balls here is what is the difference between these two sides here. With both Sonias, Irajenya and Umuringa in control here for Charity. And Mushimi, Mana Antanasia with the ball in the hand. Just 2 delivers left. Bode connected it onto your stumps there. Umuringa Sonia and Mushimi Imana. Antanasia claims a wicket number 8 for Muhanga Queens. For Muhanga Zebras. I don't know where I'm getting these Queens from. But maybe I'm just seeing a couple of Gahanga Queens players walking in front of me, preparing for their semi-final that is coming in. All the teams are here. I've seen Sorowate here in that Hampshire. Look at that.
We'll have a look at that once again. Just chopping it onto stumps there. And that's what pressure does to you. Yes, you're getting the singles and doubles, but at this point, at this stage of the game, you need to get it done with in a much easier fashion. On that occasion, one Sonia had to leave her namesake out there in the middle. 21 deliveries, 11 runs she scored. 33 for the loss of 8 wickets. Indeed, this game is getting tighter every delivery that goes by. 15 runs now in 13 deliveries. Oh, the debutants have done some work here. If this is the sort of attack they can do with such little amount of runs in their bag, what if they put up a bigger score? It will be that much more difficult for the oppositions to play against the Muhanga Zebras. Swing and a miss that. Eight overs done here, 33 runs on board. Final 2 overs of the innings, of the game left here. The sun is out here. Humid conditions, no breeze. Moving along. A swing and a miss, this time neatly picked up by the keeper as well. Starting off with a dotted delivery, and every dot here matters. 15 runs off 11. And you can see how the tables have taken a flip. Making it very tight is the fielding position of Team Muhanga Zebras. Plays it straight to the fielder, chance of a run out. And a run out it is. The finger has been raised. Another wicket goes down for Team Charity. Easiest of run outs there. Veronique picks it up and in no time throws it into the keeper's glove, who had enough time to take off the bails. Easy decision by the umpire as well. Desperate attempt to pick up a single here goes in vain. And now final wicket. Night watchman coming in. Excellent fight this has been. Irajina Sonia still out there in the middle. Swing and a miss. Failing to have any contact onto the bat. As dotted deliveries go by. Very, very quiet and silent the side has become, but attacking hard they are. A fuller delivery, straight back to the bowler. And a bump catch that was. Fifteen runs now needed in 7 legal deliveries here. Final delivery of the 9th over coming in by Ngabire. Running in hard. And a half tracker goes by the bat. Another dotted delivery. We come to the end of the 9th over. Final over here. 15 runs required off 6 legal deliveries. What sort of a finish do we get to see here?
Last over of the innings here. 15 of 6 deliveries. Sonia Irajena on 11 of 23. Nyirandorimana Pacific 0 of 4. Can this be the over that both teams can change the game? First ball up delivery. Dot. You don't want that, especially in these overs that are demanding a lot of some big hitting there. Nyirandorimana, Sonia Irajena is not looking forward to be going for the ball there. Goes up and ate up. Bolded. That's game on. Muhanga Zebras winning this game. Zaid Khan, you can take it over from here.
Well, you did speak quite too early within the game, asking for a quick chase. Muhanga Zebras taking the game, snatching it out of the hands of Team Charity. What a game this has been. Have a look at the celebrations out there in the middle, and they do deserve to celebrate this victory. Very, very well fought by Team Muhanga Zebras here, winning by 14 runs. What an upset this has been. There you see Bimenyimana Dian, 1 of 4. Kathio Mahoro, 0 of 2 deliveries. Irajena Sonia, 11 of 25. Nima Micheline, 4 of 4. Shimwedu Sabimungu, 2 of 6. Fabiola, 3 of 4. Mutoni Celine, 0. Izaba Yusandrine, 0. Muringa Sonia, 3 of 6. Mbabzi Mirei, the wicketkeeper, 0 of 1 with 9 extras. Just one shot of that from the Muhanga Zebras. With that, we come to the end of the first game here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium today. Very, very economical, where the two bowlers by Team Muhanga Zebras, Gabriel Georgette, 2 overs, 10 dots, 5 runs, 1 wicket, economy of 2.5, identical to that of Anastasie. 2 overs, 7 dots, 5 runs, 1 wickets, and 2.5 being the economy. Do stay tuned as we'll join you shortly for the post-match presentations. Signing out is Zaid Khan.
Right, a very good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the post-match presentation between Charity Cricket Club taking on Muhanga Zebras, and Muhanga Zebras winning this game by 14 runs. Congratulations to you for winning that game. Well done to you guys. The losing captain, Dian Bimenyimana, a quick word. Right, hard luck for you guys not making it into the semi-final, but always there will be lesson learned. You winning the toss earlier on and deciding to have a ball, and it seems like the total that you guys have managed to receive them was easy for you guys to chase, but other than that, it did not go your way. Where exactly, as a captain, as a team, do you think you have felt short?
Where we fell short is in the batting, because that's where the game went away. We didn't get someone who takes responsibility there and managed to understand the situation, so that's where we lost this game.
Definitely will say there again, losing a big wicket on that chase again early on. What amount of pressure did it apply to you with your batting lineup?
I don't think that was supposed to bring any pressure, because I'm not the only batter here, so...
Okay, fine. Hard luck there. Good luck in the next upcoming tournament. That was the Charity captain, Dian Bimenyimana, the winning captain. Please, you can come forward for a quick word. Congratulations again for winning the game here as Muhanga Zebras. Obviously, there is joy and excitement of you getting into the same final. Not yet over for you guys, but you guys seem to be showing to be a contesting and good team there. Having sent in to bet first, what was the plan before you guys came for the toss? And what did you go about your betting plan afterwards?
Thank you. The plan was bowling first. But we said we are bowling first, that's the plan, but the plan B is to go whether we bat, whether we bowl, but we go and play cricket, we do our things. That's it.
48 runs didn't seem to be a good total on such a surface, such a wicket against such a strong opposition, but you guys managed to come in to talk us through behind the plan of your bowling.
Thank you very much for that. 48 was not a good score, but we said we are going to defend this no matter what. It's 4 per over. We are going to block them and make them suffer for this, because we suffered too. So we went in on the point.
Thank you very much. A lot of emotions in terms of suffering in there. Now the moment that we've been waiting for the player of the match. Again, we have got two contestants, Dian Bimenyimana from Charity, 2 overs, fantastic bowling, 5 runs, 3 wickets in that over. Well done to you again. And the player of the match today is Veronica Ihio, 2 overs, 6 runs and 2 wickets. Right, that is it. We have got another 2 exciting games that are going to be coming in. Suruwate taking on Muhanga Zebras, and in Indatwa Hamshe taking on Gahanga Queens. Those are the 2 semi-final games that are going to be being live here at Gahanga Cricket Stadium. Stay tuned and wait for the most and interesting games that are going to be coming in.